Tensions are rising between Iran and the United Kingdom after British Marines stormed an Iranian tanker near Gibraltar. They say the Grace 1 was carrying oil to Syria. That's a violation of EU sanctions. CNN's Nick Payton-Walsh explains why it was even near Gibraltar when it was seized.
Well, it's really a remarkable journey as to how the Grace 1 ended up in the early hours of Thursday in the custody of British Royal Marines off the coast of Gibraltar. It seems, according to shipping experts, to have started its journey in early April near the Iranian coast, possibly in an oil refinery there. Then, rather than going straight through the Suez Canal, shipping experts say, in fact, it was too heavily loaded at 300,000 tons to pass through that particular channel. It journeyed all the way around the continent of Africa. A startling route, but one that took it eventually to the Gibraltar Straits, where UK Royal Marine Commandos seem to have intercepted it in a relatively uneventful boarding, as far as we understand. Now, there's an interesting development in this, and that the Spanish Foreign Minister has said that that actual interception occurred because of a request from the United States. The US hasn't commented directly yet at this point. But now we are in a situation where the Iranian media is using words like taken hostage, and the British are saying they intercepted it because it seemed to be en route to Syria, where it may have been about to deliver this oil, possibly fuel oil, according to shipping experts, to the Banyas refinery. That would violate EU sanctions against the Syrian regime for their atrocities in the country's north. On top of that, too, the Iranian government has stepped forward and said this was an Iranian tanker. It was registered in Panama, but it seems to be carrying some kind of Iranian oil. And that, of course, could potentially be in violation of US sanctions against Iran. So a lot going on here, but really escalation yet again because of the very surprising journey taken by the Grace 1 supertanker, which in a period of time where I think 10 days ago people had breathed a sigh of relief that President Donald Trump wasn't going to launch a military strike against Iran because of a downing of a US drone. And after the standoff over tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, once again, we're talking about escalatory rhetoric. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, London.
Sightings of baby Archie, so royal fans are holding out for a clear shot of his face this weekend.
We have had a few little glimpses of him, but everyone wants to see how he's developing, how he's growing, and it's such a happy occasion.
The couple have organised a small private ceremony at a chapel inside Windsor Castle. No media allowed, though they will have a personal photographer there and will release pictures after the event. This lack of media access has sparked criticism amongst some British newspapers and politicians, calling out the couple for refusing to allow public access to the christening when $3 million of taxpayer money has been used to renovate their private family home.
But when you're still taking millions of pounds worth of public money that could be spent on schools and hospitals to upgrade and refurbish what is, luxury palaces, you've got to ask yourself, what are the public getting in return?
But there's been a counter-backlash from the army of Meghan and Harry fans on social media, known as the Sussex Squad.
I don't see any kind of contradiction between there being taxpayer funding or public funding and the royals asking for some privacy.
Professor Goldburn Maynard, who describes himself as an ally of the Sussex Squad, claims Meghan faces unfair scrutiny because of her background.
The default when it comes to Meghan, because she is a foreigner and she's not royal from this society, etc., is that when she does something, she's doing something that's wrong.